it's Rachel and Nicole, and we have Layla and Mojo both with us today. So today we are going to be going over Park It, and I'm going to do a review with Layla first, since I've already done this with her, and then I'm going to step back and have Nicole do it with Mojo, introduce it to him a bit, and then ideally we want to work up to getting both dogs to do it together. Now, remember, Park It comes in really handy and can be really useful for you, especially since you have the two dogs together. And it's really important that you practice it together as well, because they can both know the command on their own, but dogs have a real pack mentality, and so when they get together, there's more excitement. It's harder for them to listen and to focus, and if one starts to do it, hopefully they can influence the other to do it as well. But on the other hand, if one is not doing it, they can influence the other to not do it as well. So it is really important that you get a lot of practice with them individually and together. So since we are going to be working on this with them together, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't practice this with them by themselves at home. Now remember, for Park It, what we do is you have a designated area that Layla and Mojo can go to if you have company coming over, pizza being delivered, or unloading groceries from the car, anything like that, to where you don't want them underfoot or jumping up or anything like that, so you tell them to park it. They go to a place that's somewhat nearby. They can sit or lay down comfortably, and they stay there until you go up and release them. So let's see how much Layla remembers. I usually do treat training, so I have a treat between my middle finger and thumb, and I'm pointing with my forefinger. I have her on the leash, and definitely have her on the leash when you practice this at home too, so that you can help guide her into her Park It. So Layla, here. Good girl. Layla, Park It. Okay, so she's doing really well. I have the puzzle mat set up as, kind of a differentiated area. There's room for both of them, so we know that's where they're supposed to go to. And she's doing really well. I was able to do kind of a sit-stay with her, which is the hand motion. And she's doing great.
Good Park It, Layla. Good girl, Park It. Good job.
Okay, that was really good. So, because she was super attentive with that, I want to try it again with her and see how she does without me leading her quite as much, if she'll go forward on her own and do it. So Layla, Park It. Park It.
Good girl.
Okay, now even with people coming around and stuff, she's still staying. And this is exactly what she's supposed to do. Even with Jason there, which I know she wants to run up and see Jason and get some love. Oh, very good. So, it goes the same with the meeting new people, like what Jason has worked on with her. She's supposed to stay sitting and stay there and not get up no matter what. And she is a pro at that. So, Layla has definitely had all the groundwork already for a great Park It. So for her, it's just a matter of getting her to learn when you say Park It, of where she's supposed to go. And since I know she gets excited easily, getting her to focus on that even if Mojo isn't listening so well.
Good girl, Park It. Good girl, Park It, Layla. Good girl. Good girl.
Okay, so in order to get her to walk towards it a little bit more on her own, what I was doing is just kind of pointing. That she would just kind of go a little bit past me and not go all the way. So what I'm going to do here is sit her here. Layla. Whoa, what you got there? All right, sit. Here, sit. This way. This way, good girl. Stay. Sit. Good girl. Stay. Okay, so this way I'm going to pull her towards me so that she gets the motion down herself, And I'm going to still back up because of course it would be very natural for her to just come forward and sit right in front of me, which is still on the mat. So I want to back up so she gets it. This mat is where she's supposed to be. So Layla, park it. Not quite. So this works really well if you have two people. Park it.
Good girl. Good park it. Good park it.
If you have two people, to where, say, Layla is sitting here, one person can have like two leashes put together or something and be standing behind her. The handler, I guess, in this case, whichever one he wants to be, is standing on this side. They tell Layla to park it, so she goes towards them, and then the inactive person back here is able just to kind of give her a slight tug on the leash when she's gone far enough. Now with this person, they shouldn't be drawing a lot of attention to themselves. They're just there to stop her, so they're kind of like a post. And that way you can help Layla see how to pinpoint the area. Of course, if you're using a bed or something, you know, her own bed, it's going to be a bit more natural for her to go there. So I want to try just to park it a couple more times. I'll just do some repetition of getting her on the mat, praising her right away, instead of focusing on the sit-stay, because I know she's got that down really well. So Layla, come here, Layla, park it. Layla, park it.
Good girl, park it. Good girl, park it. Good girl.
So, okay, this is a perfect example. Mojo is off in the corner there, and she's really focused on that. So that's why you really need to work on this with both of them. Layla, park it. Sit.
Good girl, park it. Good park it. Good girl.
All right, let's do it just one or two more times. See how she's doing. Layla, park it. Park it.
Good girl, park it. Good girl, park it. Good job.
One more time. She's getting the hang of it now. Layla. Layla, park it. Park it. Park it.
Good girl, park it. Good girl, good park it. Good park it.
Now remember, when you do combine this with the sit and stay, telling her good parking and petting her, giving her that love like that, that's her release. So that's when she's allowed to get up off of her mat. And so now, since Layla's had a bit of a refresher on this, we're going to have Mojo work on it, and then Nicole and I are going to tag team and have them do it together.